NBA Finals begin, where the Thunder are a huge favorite to win the championship. But that wasn't always the case. After losing to the Mavericks in 6 games last year, their odds were all the way up to 10-1 to win this season's title. Then they made some key acquisitions. Alex Caruso, Isaiah Hartenstein. Thunder opened the season at plus 650, shortest odds of any team in the Western Conference. Then they reeled off an absolutely dominant regular season and have pretty much maintained that dominance in the postseason. OKC enters the final as a minus 700 favorite over the Pacers, tied for the 8th shortest odds entering the finals in the last 40 years, Joe. It's expensive to bet the Thunder to win this series, which most people believe is going to happen. So if you like the Thunder and don't want to lay that price, how are you trying to get creative with a wager?
There's a few things you can do. Normally, we would talk about playing a guy like SGA to win the MVP award, but that price is relatively prohibitive as well, no value. I think you can play OKC minus 2.5 games, meaning they need to win in a sweep or 4-1. I came up with an idea where I'm just going to make my own prop, so to speak. Okay. You can bet the Thunder to win 5 games, Thunder to win 6 games. Those prices are plus 210 and 4-1. Now, if you put the same amount of money on each bet, you're basically creating your own prop that says the Thunder win this series in 5 or 6 games, minus 109. Oh. Basically what I see happening here, the shooting variance for Indiana, they're the number 1 team in the postseason in three-point shooting at 40%. OKC likes to clog the lane, so they're not going to let you penetrate, but you will be able to kick out. If your shooters are open and they can knock down their 3, which is something Minnesota couldn't do, you can go ahead and get hot one night and win a game. So I see that essentially happening. We played in 5, but I don't want to thread the needle there. So it's create your own prop. OKC in 5 or 6, and that comes out to minus 109.
Minus 109, I'm no genius. Much better value than minus 700, although if it gets to a 7th game or they sweep, then of course.
Or a 6th game. Or no, sorry, got that wrong.
You're in 5 and 6, right?
Yep, got that wrong.
2 of the possible 4 outcomes in which OKC wins covered at minus 109, and they are the most likely, so I dig it. There was a wager posted on ESPN BET when it opened at plus 185. It's now minus 150, and I think our friends at ESPN BET realized they made a mistake with the opening price. It was for the Thunder to win any game in the series by 25 or more points. Now, that seems like a lot for an NBA Finals, right? Well, the Thunder, they kick everyone's ass. They've had 5 wins in this postseason of 25-plus points, including at least 1 in all 3 rounds of the Western Conference playoffs. They only did it once against Memphis because they swept them in 4 games, had 2 against the T-Wolves, had 2 against the Nuggets. So if this goes 5 or 6 games, I expect at least one of those wins at home where their defense can be suffocating, they're hitting shots, to be a 25-plus win blowout. It only counts for 1, though. If you're a Pacer fan, it's not like they get 1.5 wins for winning by 25-plus. That's just the way the Thunder operate. They dominate in games.
All right, so you're on SportsCenter earlier today talking about this when it's plus 185. Yeah. Obviously, you like that price. Yeah. Now at minus 150, what do you do? Is it just a pass?
It's one that I would probably put like a half unit on. I still think that it's going to happen, but the value is certainly gone. I would completely understand if anyone was just to say, nah, not worth it. Let me try and find something elsewhere at minus 150 or lower, like your 2-outcome prop that you built.
Do you think it'd be more likely to happen at home?
Yes.
Then absolutely. If that's the case, you could look at the alt line to win by 25 or more, see what that price is, and if it loses in game 1, do it again in game 2, and if it loses there, maybe you just bail or maybe you wait for game 5. I wouldn't play it on the road, but I think the situation at home between 1, 2, and 5, take 3 swings at it. I don't know if 3. I would take swings in 1 and 2, and then maybe just cut my losses.
That's where I think it's most likely to happen, where Pacers kind of get shocked by the Thunder, and then Rick Carlisle makes some adjustments after one of the first 2 home games. All right, let's get Tyler and Joe back here on ESPN BET Live. We talked about the Thunder. How about the Pacers on one of the more surprising final runs we've seen, but the book's not impressed. After getting swept by Boston last season in the conference finals, they were 50-1 to win the finals entering this season. And after starting the year 33-25, still the odds makers didn't give the Pacers much of a chance. We saw their finals odds reach as high as 150-1 on March 1st. But an electric run to end the season carried over into the playoffs, and now the Pacers enter the NBA Finals 5-1 to pull off an upset of OKC. All right, due to these wild, long odds in the NBA Finals, Joe, it feels like a great time for a game of Better Bet.
Look out, Plinko. This is the game capturing the nation.
Much has been made about the underdog role, the underdog price of the Pacers. I know the Mad Dog on First Take was saying they're getting no respect. like Rodney Dangerfield
Okay,
and Indy?
Mad Dog. That's a disgrace, okay? That's a disgrace.
All right, so we thought we'd compare some other bets that have a similar price to the Pacers winning the finals, and you tell us which one is a better bet. Like Josh Allen and the Bills missing the playoffs this year, almost 5-1. Which is the better bet?
Oh, man, I got a lot of conviction on this one. Neither. Can I split? Neither. I would not make either of these bets. You know where I stand on this. That one right there features the team with one of the easiest schedules in the entire NFL this season. On top of that, it's as soft a division as you'll find. On top of that, it's the second fewest miles traveled. Now, if Allen gets hurt, sure, they can miss the playoffs. But with 7 teams getting into the postseason, with that schedule and the way this team is built, I'm not betting Buffalo to miss the playoffs. You're simply betting on a rash of injuries. That's the only way it happens. And again, when it comes to Indiana, sorry, Mad Dog, I want to respect them, but not against OKC.
All right, Switzerland, let's see if you can find some conviction here. Better bet Pacers to win the finals or the Yankees to win the World Series. Both are 5-1.
All right, this makes me sick, but my youngest is a big Judge fan. I've done everything I can, Philadelphia. Like, we got to do something a little bit more. This guy's crushing. But I would be more inclined to go with the Yankees team that's 3rd in Major League Baseball in runs per game, and on top of that, 9th in team ERA. Now, right here, you're seeing some of their struggles against the Dodgers over the weekend. But ultimately, if you offer me 5-1 on the Yanks, and then on the other side say, or would you rather have the Pacers in this series? I'd rather have the Yanks. Again, I think they are in bad shape here. And that Yankees team in the AL, outside of Detroit, which do we even trust Detroit in the postseason? Skubal can't pitch every game. Good opportunity with the Yanks.
Last one here, UFC. Sugar Sean O'Malley to win by KO, TKO, or DQ at plus 475. Would you who's he fighting this week?
Merab Dvalishvili.
Okay, that's why he's such a big dog. I was like, O'Malley's a bit, well, I guess for the stoppage variety there. But Pacers as the underdog or O'Malley?
Okay, in this situation, we're going to go. I shouldn't have covered that up. He's a good-looking guy with that hair. We're going to go with O'Malley at plus 475. This comes down to pricing. We've talked about it repeatedly. It only works for me, friend. It only works fingerprinting coated.
That is incredible.
It's actually not true. If that was fingerprinting coated, that'd be an insane amount of resources dedicated to this show.
I wonder if I have like Cheeto dust on my fingers or something. What's going on
O'Malley and Dvalishvili got together at the Sphere back in September, okay? This same prop in that fight was O'Malley plus 150. Now, because O'Malley lost that fight, you're getting plus 475. Remember, that went the 5-round distance. O'Malley lost 3-2 on 2 of the 3 cards, and in the 5th, had that kick right down the middle that got Merab and kind of rattled him. If that happens in the 2nd or the 3rd round, that could cause some disruption. So at that pricing, I'd be willing to take a shot. Remember, O'Malley said he's off the social media and he's off the weed. His words, not mine. Take it up with him. He's coming in focused. That's the price you can get behind versus this one.
Stephen A would be proud of Sugar Sean O'Malley that he is off the weed. All right, another round of Better Bet. Joe Fortenbaugh showing a little respect to the Pacers in the NBA Finals.
A little bit.
Wanna try to boast at what I look like. If I'm gonna try to wear, I pull up long range. Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. It's NBA over here,